so complication number one is this horrible, stupid, cheap socket thing. Alright guys, good morning. It is another beautiful day out. I'm gonna head to Harbor Freight first. I need to pick up a couple tools for the next projects I have lined up. So one of my immediate projects is this turn signal. I need to replace the socket. I do currently have turn signal, so I am legal to drive. That is tapped in to the same wires, so I know I'm getting power here. It's just the socket itself. I did test that with my little voltmeter, multimeter. I'm gonna get some solder, little soldering iron, shrink wrap, everything to do this properly, get this swapped out. Oh my gosh, I love this place. I wanna buy everything. AC, now. Stop number 2 is going to be Advance. They had big variety packs that were a great deal, $5 for 120 pieces, things like that. No bullets though. They were all terminals and eyelets and connectors and things like that. And they didn't have shrink wrap that was small enough. I know Advance, O'Reilly's, AutoZone, they all have more variety of individual types. So we are going to go over to Advance, and then we'll head home and get started. Not so subtle transition. The legendary lack of life that I hear GoPros suffer from is absolutely true. So I'm at home, I've got my extra battery going. We're going to start disassembling the front here. Should be as simple as soldering up these 3 little wires. And we'll be good to go. Side marker. Oops. Okay. So yeah. Twist and pull. Out with the old. In with the new. So of course, it's a Jeep and nothing just works. On these little bulbs, it's a dual filament for the turn signal / parking light. One of these little nubbies, I don't know if you can see that, is up higher, one is down low. That's to make sure that that bulb goes in correctly. Both of the little channels that these slide into and twist are at the same length. There's absolutely no way to push this bulb in and lock it. It just doesn't lock. I don't think this is gonna work. Okay, so complication number 1 is this horrible, stupid, cheap socket thing. But I think I can make it work. So it has multiple little holes in there so you can readjust the orientation of these wires. Nubbies and the contacts on this bulb are crisscross. They are perpendicular, and right now the 2 contacts are parallel to those locking mechanisms. So I think I can completely pop this out. That, I'm going to switch the holes. Push these back through. Line up the channel. There we go. I also put a little dab of 3-in-1 oil just so that that little spring mechanism in there moves. Okay, with various finaglery, I have properly aligned the contacts. I've also got one of the little guide channels hollowed out the way it needs to be. I think this is going to work now. Oh, the blue one is ground. So those are just kind of precariously intertwined power on. Here we go. That is the sweet smell of victory. Let's solder this up. Let's finish this. Don't be stupid like me. Put your shrink tube on before you solder everything. There we go. Of course, there's a giant diesel truck. I'm filming. Why would it be quiet? Oh, God, you f***ing suck. I just need to test this. Heat from the opposite side. Heat the whole thing up. And drop your solder on top of it separately. It takes 10 times as long. It's really tempting to just melt that glob of solder on the tip and spread it around. That just doesn't give you as good of a joint. There we go. That's my new socket. Got a little bit of extra wire here. Gives me a little slack to work with things in the future. I took the opportunity to drill out a little hole here for the housing. It's had a broken screw in there forever, just a little nub. Luckily, with all this fiberglass and plastic, there's a little bit of give, so I just drilled a hole right next to it. It's a little 1/8, and I think that should do the trick. Let's mount this back up and be done. Match up the sizes of the hooks, twist. Yeah, that should work just fine. Oh, that helps my OCD so much knowing that that's completely fastened now. That's nice. There you go. The bezel's on the junkyard run. This corner here is broken off. It's just aesthetic, but I'm sure I'll find one there. That'll be fun. Turn signals go on. Parking lights go on. Parking lights and turn signals go on. Excellent. Okay, it's done. Turn signal socket has been changed. I really thought that was gonna take about 30 minutes, and it's been 2.5 hours. Just some trial and error in there. There's always a little something that comes up, but you know what? You just keep going, and you'll end up with a project that works out. When I go back, I'm gonna wire up my auxiliary light switches. That was a word. Okay.